down. Checking for survivors. Reinforcements are on their way.
All right, listen up. The infecteds are ruthless, strong, and they're smart. We were on a recon mission, killing infecteds. When we got redirected here, it'd be an emergency. I want a ready op ASAP.
We thought you could use the help.
Alistair?
Yes, Jim. This nearby base was running tests.
Where's Faction 13 now?
Captain Rupert hasn't responded in a week.
We gotta go now.
I will protect my team.
Then let's get started.
We need a team that knows how to work together.
I knew I was there. That's the plan.
Hit him!
Go, Jim. I got this.
Boom, there you go. That was a trailer for Agent Recon, arriving on digital and on demand on June 21st. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And joining me is to talk all things Agent Recon is my man, Derek Ting, writer, director, actor, producer extraordinaire. How are you, Derek?
I'm excellent. Hello, everybody.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your time. So, I got to ask you, man, I was doing a little bit of research after I watched the film. This is the third film, I guess, in this trilogy of films, and maybe more. Wink, wink. I don't want to give anything away. Because we had Agent Revelation, and now this is Agent Recon, the third film, if you will, in this universe. Did you know that this was gonna be a universe when you first started writing Agent? I think that's my big question out the gate for you, Derek. Because you're a young actor in this business, from what I see as well.
I've been working for a while. I've definitely put in my time and effort. So I've done 5 features in the last 12 years, and I'm a career switcher. I used to work at Google and CNN. And by the way, I'm a total nerd, so I'm happy to talk to you as well.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I was always interested in alien conspiracies, and I love sci-fi. I think it's just interesting to me. I mean, I'll watch documentaries on stuff like that too. So, and I knew that I loved action as well. So Agents began as a very small indie movie out in the desert. 5 people, they're going to shoot some weapons, and stuff changes. And so I was like, well, like, how do I make this different? How do I make this different? And so I wanted to have a chance to write new rules. So it was like, well, it's indie. Well, I can do what I want. So it was like, because with zombies, you know how to kill them, right? Shoot them in the head. And it's like, so in this case, we're in that arena, I'm developing that, like, a new way to defeat people who have been infected by aliens. And that's where it went, from doing research about alien conspiracies. We went into this world in Agent Revelation, which was an introduction to this secret organization who's dealing with it. And how are they fighting it? And how they, why are the aliens here? And they're trying to figure that out. So that finally, when we get to Agent Recon, a lot of that stuff is just established. And we can really get into the meat and the heart of a story that I've really put a lot of effort into in building, so that you can naturally just walk into this film, Agent Recon, and understand who the characters are very quickly, and they can go on this mission. And then we're introduced to more information and more intrigue around aliens are here. But Yeah, I mean, ultimately though, it's about these characters and their struggles and how they react. I think that's when we watched the movie Aliens, it's like how do all these really really tough Marines, how do they deal with something that they've never seen before? So there's a lot of like winks to that, like Scott Jenkins's character, like he kind of does his own thing, and then but he's faced so many of these battles, and suddenly he's behaving like he's not thinking straight. So that's really how we behave in these situations.
I love that, and I dig that. Oh man, that was cool. I have to ask you as well. Actually, before that, I'm a believer as well. Love that. In aliens, and I'm prior service, and I still work a little bit with the government, doing security industrials. So I love all that and tying all that stuff together. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. What?
No. What was your MOS?
Yeoman. I was in the Navy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I've seen some things, but I have to put some certain steps aside because I do still have a security clearance. With that being said, was going to catch a lot of eyes, and what caught my eyes, Derek, and I'm curious for you as well. I'm an 80s baby. And you see on the poster that obviously that you looks really good that you guys put together. We got Chuck Norris and the Beastmaster himself, Marc Singer, two 80s icons, 80s baby here. What was it like bringing them on board and having them get invested into the storyline and working with them? What was that like for you? Were you 80s baby? Were you fans of all that stuff as well? And to have them climb on board this project?
Oh, I mean, it was magical. It was a dream come true. I got to be honest, I was so caught up in trying to make the best movie possible, but you feel this enormous weight on your shoulders that you have two iconic, legit action heroes, like people who could actually like beat you to a pulp if you tried something, but then of course the most gentlest, sweetest, coolest people to work with. So I think I was so busy that I barely had any kind of long conversations, but we were just accomplishing the work. But yeah, Chuck, he's everything you would imagine and multiply that times infinity, like that much. Like, he is a great person. He's nice. He makes you feel like, that you can do anything. When we first met, he said, like, you remind me of him, when he was first starting. And I was like, okay, well, we got to go over here now. Like I had no time to really react to it. But I was like, if I didn't have anything next to do and under so much pressure, I probably would have just like cried right there and said, thank you so much. So, and then Marc Singer, he's a thespian. He's, in terms of how much I learned, how to give uniqueness to a character, like he really helped elevate me. And so I was just along the way, I'm like, wow, this is like film school, like that you could never pay the tuition, enough tuition to get and learn the knowledge that he has. For example, I mean, think about it, like with Beastmaster, that was, there was a big craze with Conan. But I think Beastmaster was a $9 million project, which was considered indie. But I think that one, there's so much depth to that movie, and it's so memorable that only someone of his abilities could elevate a script like that. And then, of course, he was like in V. That was like the biggest TV series ever, like the biggest budgeted like alien TV series on the planet. And that was the guy who wrote the Hulk and Wonder Woman, like all those early TV series. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's who I was dealing with. But sometimes you're just too busy on set to even realize what just happened.
Yeah, no time to nerd out. No time to nerd out. You had to step up because you were doing everything: writing, producing, directing, so in regards to that, stepping up the third film in the franchise and getting it out to the world, what was that like? Was there any moments on set that you can recall of just, you have some amazing action scenes, and I saw that I think Chuck Norris's son was actually on set to assist and help you guys, with everything. Can you tell me a little bit about the production? Any special moments on set that we can, while we're watching, that we can get some inside info on how that was all put together?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think of course the whole action sequence that Chuck does, a lot of credit to Dakota, who choreographed a lot of the hand-to-hand combat. He knows his father so well, and he knows martial arts and action so well, and he's passionate about it. So I think, I was just there to help support that, and in terms of making it look good, bringing the best team of camera team, and then bringing the best stunt guys in the business in LA, and like all my guys have worked on all the Marvel films, and so and I think that's part of how you do great work, is you don't try to do it all yourself, is you put together the team, and then you empower them, and you just kind of make sure that we're all on the same page of what we're trying to accomplish, and then the rest is magic. The other parts of the action I did write, but again, I think there's still things that I'm learning about action that I don't know. But because I have that awesome team to help me translate that. So I write like every punch, every kick, and like, this is what we're trying to do. And this is, my character is fainting high so that he can low kick, like do like a Thai low kick, right? And disable, the other guy's not able to walk, right? So those are the things that I'm writing into the script, and then they're making that look good for camera.
Love it. Love it. So as I said earlier, we had Agent Revelation, Agent Recon, and I can't wait for everybody else to see it when it drops on June 21st. I'm not giving away the ending, but I don't think I think there's more to tell. Is there more to tell? Can you give us a nod? I know we're promoting Recon right now, but is there more that you want to tell in this universe? And what do you want the rest of the fans to know about Agent Recon when it drops on June 21st, Derek?
Oh yeah, well, so I'm actually based in Hong Kong. I've been there for like 20 years. I've been traveling across Asia, but I'm American. I grew up in New York, and nowadays, though, I spend most of the time in LA. People who have watched the movie will probably know why I'm saying this.
Exactly why I'm not why I didn't want to say anything.
I'm not answering the question, but I'm answering the question. I hope that helps.
There you go.
But I've written like, so one of the things I did do, because I had time at the beginning of the pandemic to really think through like where this story's going, and I went all out on that. And that script is written. I mean, imagine. So I like, with this movie, I'm pulling on all my favorites, and then like the next installment is pulling on even more big favorites of mine, in terms of action, in terms of the things you could do, more vehicles, more action, more visual effects, everything. So
but also some surprises.
That's it.
Because we got Dorn in Revelation. We have Norris and Singer in Recon. The next one, Hong Kong. Well, hey, I didn't say anything. Everybody, check out Agent Recon when it drops June 21st. Derek Ting. I want to talk all the things, but I also want people to check it out when it drops on digital on demand on June 21st. Please come back. Let me chat with you on some future projects. But thank you for giving me some of your time. Thank you for bringing us back, Chuck Norris and Marc Singer. And thank you for, just as an Asian American myself, I love seeing representation and seeing us like in lead roles like this in action films. This is also a pleasure to see as well in regards to that. So Derek, man, thank you for that.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I hope people, when they watch this, they just see a guy trying to do some good. and that's in the movie, and that's in real life. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate how much you've seen all three movies, and that means a lot to me. And that keeps me going. So stay in touch. The door is always open. Reach out to me on my socials. The door is always open.
Appreciate you, sir. Everybody, Derek Ting. I'm gonna have all his links in the description below. Agent Recon. Go if you hadn't seen Revelation or the first film, Agent. Go check that out as well. But I think you could also come into Recon without having seen those previous films. It starts off ready to go, and you're just on for the ride. It's a fun one. Derek, appreciate your time. Everybody, it's your boy Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. Agent Recon. Digital on demand, June 21st. Your boy Kuya P.
Your background, by the way. It's kind
Thank
of
you.
cool.
I have to rep for you, man. I have to rep for you. Awesome. So I am set. Thank you all. You ready to go?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, Derek, let's go. I'm going to count us in to help me with my edit because it's going to have the trailer right before our conversation. All right, here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.